So hi, I'm Marie.Jenkins from Eventual Wellbeing and welcome to our speaking newsletter, which comes out every single month at the beginning of the month. So welcome if you're joining us for the first time. I'll just go over an overview of what we include in our newsletter so you can see if it's good for you. So usually what we do is we promote and share details about who we have coming up in our podcast each week. So we have a podcast that gets released every Tuesday on various topics from business startup, education, housing and well-being. However, we have just come to the end of our 17th episode in season 2. So it's sad that it's ended, but we also look forward to our next season and also want to use it as a celebration for what has been an absolutely phenomenal second season. So we've had returning guests that were in season 1, but we've also had some fantastic new guests. So we're delighted with that. And basically, I want to give a huge thank you to all of our incredible guests. It's been fascinating because we did things slightly different in season 2 in terms of we had it as an in conversation with, whereby we put topics to our guests specific to their industrial expertise. And basically they shared their knowledge and learning from either working in the industry or for serving the industry. So they're incredibly interesting episodes. So there's something in there for everyone. You can catch our podcast on Anchor, Spotify and Apple. Or if you prefer watching, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel where we also share the actual interview with our guests on there, if that's your preference. So yeah, just to touch on that, fantastic. We're delighted with season 2 and we hope you have found lots of interesting tips and tricks to help you either in your business or in the area of well-being, or if you work indeed in education or social housing. So as we're on a high, I'll continue on. So September is literally around the corner and we are concentrating on coaching for the month of September. Now coaching has massively been an area of business that has seen a huge increase. So a lot of businesses are recognising the value of having coaches either to support their business as a whole and their business leaders, or if you're a business startup, having your own coach can help transform and hopefully grow your business. So we will be sharing with you our bite-sized animation video, which if you go to our YouTube channel, you will find all of our animation videos on there. And they're all bite-sized and they're full of useful information related to interpersonal skills and also business improvement tips such as coaching. So our coaching one is on there, so go take a look. It's extremely useful. So we're also going to be having our coaching workshop, which is the first Thursday of the month. So let us know if you can make that. Tickets are available via our website. And to continue on the coaching theme, if you're interested in reading more, then we always share our LinkedIn articles, which is always on the second Wednesday of the month. So mark that in your calendar for September, where we'll be sharing our coaching blog. So yeah, lots to learn about coaching through the month of September. So on to our 5 ways to wellbeing journey. Now every month I use the 5 Ways to Wellbeing model as a way of sharing what we have done as a business to continue to grow and achieve around the 5 Ways to Wellbeing model. Now, we use that model because it helped me massively when I overcome my mental health journey. And so we share that each month. So I'm going to share with you our reflections from August and things that we've got looking forward to. So one of the first elements of the 5 Ways to Wellbeing is about keep learning. Now, those people that know me will know that I was extremely fortunate to achieve my entrepreneur degree at Worcester University as a mature student. Back in 2019 I graduated, and it was a hugely positive experience for me, and I've kept in touch with many of the lecturers and my other student peers. And during the time while I was at university doing my degree, during the summer where we had those summer breakouts from lectures, we was invited to attend a business summer boot camp, which was run by a lady called Jo Murphy. And it basically enhanced my degree, my entrepreneurship degree. And it was a really valuable experience for me as a business student to be able to go along and do the summer boot camp. Now, with that in mind, I've also heard from Jo that Worcester University are trying to achieve the Small Business Charter accreditation, so that these type of boot camps and programs can continue with funding in the future. So with that Small Business Charter accreditation as well, it gives gravitas to those type of courses. So with that in mind, they've applied and I've been invited, which is a thrilling thing for me, to be part of the panel to give my views about how it added value to me and my business and my studies. So I'd just like to use this opportunity to wish the business school at City Campus in Worcester every success in getting the accreditation. I'd certainly advocate for the amazing support that Worcester University gives you as a student that's looking to set up your own business. And there's a number of different programs that they offer through the business school. So if you're thinking of setting up your own business, I'd highly recommend that you go and have a look at what they have on offer. And also it's a fantastic time of the year to do it as well, because they've got a number of opening days coming up in September and October. And if you click on my LinkedIn post for my newsletter, you can find all the links to go and book on to one of those open days that are coming up. So good luck, Worcester University. I hope that Small Business Charter accreditation goes well. And yeah, if you're interested, go and have a look. There's some wonderful courses at Worcester University. Of course, I would say that because I went there, but it's fantastic for people that are looking to set up their business. So that's my keep learning element for September. So moving on, the second element is connect. So as you may know, in August, I celebrated my big 5-0 birthday. And to mark this special year, I've decided to take on a weekly challenge that's going to push me out of my comfort zone so that I can continue to learn and grow and also experience new things. Now, we decided to invite family and friends to take part, and I've got a number of different challenges lined up over the coming year, which is really exciting. But if you want to get involved in 2022 moving into 2023, you've got an idea of a challenge that you'd like to share with me that we could do together, then I'd love to hear from you. But if you just want to follow my story, Fantastic. Follow my Instagram posts. You'll find me on there at Advance Your Wellbeing, and you can see what things I get up to every week. Now, some of them will be big challenges, others not so much, but there's something in there for everyone. It's all about personal growth. And yeah, and what a lovely thing to do to create special memories with those special people in your life. So if that gives you an idea of what you could do, perhaps to move outside your comfort zones, then good luck. So the next element is be active. So this is the one where I did my first birthday challenge. So for my 50th birthday, my first challenge, I decided I would visit Bike Park Wales, which is in Merthyr Tydfil. Now, if you're into your mountain biking and doing trails, you may have already heard of Bike Park Wales. It's internationally known. It's just the most phenomenal place to visit if you're into your mountain bike challenges. And basically, if you love cycling, you're going to absolutely love this place. It's got mountain bike trails which are green, which are for the beginners, and then they've got the more advanced, and then they've got the extreme, and then they've got the pro lines, which are for the like mega professional mountain bikers. I did the couple of the green ones to start off to see how I'd feel. But I was delighted because by the end of the day of us being at Bike Park Wales, we managed to do one of the blue plus red trails, which was like an adrenaline rush. Huge fun. And it was just an all-round extreme, fantastic fun day. Totally pushed me out of my comfort zone for week one of my challenge. So the thing I would say to you though is if you've heard this and think, oh, I'd like to go there, fantastic. I'd recommend that you book the uplift. So this is like a minibus whereby you can put your bikes on the trailer on the back, and they basically take you to the top of where all the trails begin. You do need to book because it is so hugely popular. So if you're thinking of going, then absolutely. There was kids there. I mean, some of the older lads that were whizzing past us, it was just phenomenal fun. So yeah, definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone for my first 50th birthday challenge week, but it was phenomenal. Definitely be returning again in the future. So moving on to my next element of 5 ways to wellbeing, which is take notice. So during the summer, I started to revisit all of my yoga training that I'd done previously. And I decided to start my day in a more mindfulness state. So hence taking notice. So I started using YouTube, and I had a try of different yoga, well, they're called yogis. I tried different yoga classes to see which one fitted me the best, and I come across a young lady called Adrienne who has some phenomenal classes on her YouTube channel. And so every morning through the summer I did a 30-minute yoga session. It was just a fantastic way to clear my mind, set me into my positive mindset for the day, and obviously help me, as I'm now in my 50s, to keep my body as flexible and as nimble as possible. So it was fantastic. If you're interested, go on YouTube and search for Yoga with Adrienne, or if you want the links, go onto my LinkedIn Museletter where you'll find the links there. So with that element complete, namaste. On to the next element, which is give back. Now, quite often in this section, I'll talk about the different volunteering roles I do. But actually, this month I decided I talk about something slightly different. So, with the cost of living crisis firmly being on everyone's lips, I wanted to share something with you, a bit about my own personal habits and my own personal routines that could help me give back, but from a bigger picture perspective. Does that make sense? So, two of the things that I wanted to talk about was the first one being about my electricity consumption. Now, I've recently had a smart meter fitted. It's absolutely invaluable in terms of how it has helped me monitor how much usage I have. Now, I know that some people think, the rates are bigger, but it's about how I can manage my usage. So we recently had to replace our washing machine, for example. So with that, I've used one with a shorter program. I chose one that would have lower temperatures. So all of these little things can add up to huge differences in terms of my electricity consumption. And also the other thing, and you've probably been doing this as well, I've been watching Jamie Oliver's new program on his One Pot Wonders, and I've been doing those, and I had a wonderful, it was a duck a lamb dish that he did with aubergines on his recent program, and it tasted amazing, all in one pot, which was incredible. And also what I've also done in terms of that is I've invested, you can probably see it actually over my shoulder, in one of those family air fryers, which from electricity point of view is far more sustainable than having to switch on my oven. So I'm also getting used to using my new air fryer, which is just over there. So just a couple of little things that I've done around my electricity usage, and of course with the energy caps and the changes to charges of our electricity, those little things can add up to making huge savings for households and families. So that was the one thing I did in terms of give back. My other one that I wanted to talk about was about recycling or reuse. Now, every time the seasons change, and yes, we're coming up to autumn now, I always have a clear out of my wardrobe. I either donate items to charity shops, or I'll go and replace some items that I'm thinking, in terms of, say, it's autumn coming up, I might need more jumpers, etc. And I'll go and do a charity shop run so that I've got sufficient clothes for the season. So it's always good to have a sort out. One, it's fantastic for your mental health because you feel as if your head is tidy, your house is tidy, your clothes are organised. So what I'd say is, how about having a tidy up of your wardrobe ready for the season ahead? And also the other good thing about shopping in a charity shop is that you get some fantastic surprises. There's a lot of high street stores that give their brands and items to partnering charity shops. So you might be surprised to find some really fantastic outfits, but it's worth a look. And the other thing I absolutely love is car boot sales. So I've managed to upcycle an old galvanized bathtub, which we've now made into a coffee table in our living room, which looks incredible. And we've also recently, through the summer, we brought a hammock from a car boot sale, which has been a lovely, relaxing piece of additional furniture in our garden to help us relax, recharge, and practice mindfulness, basically. So have a think about that, in terms of what you're adding to the environment, how you're giving back. So that's a brief overview of my 5 ways to well-being for the month of August, September. So exciting things to come in terms of University of Worcester with their accreditation. So we wish you every luck, but we've had a phenomenal August. And in housing news this month, it's fantastic because we've seen the return of Raising the Roof podcast, which is Nick Aitken from Yorkshire Housing. They've moved on to their second season, and I tuned in to their brilliant episode the other day about hybrid working. Now, they've launched their new business office, which is called The Hub. Well, it's a hub and it's called The Place, basically. So we had two guests come in that were speaking about their approach in terms of their staff well-being, hybrid working, and having that agile workplace. So it's an absolute fascinating listen. And fingers crossed, we might be a guest in the near future. So watch this space. But tune in. If you look on your podcast providers, click Raise the Roof podcast for Yorkshire Housing. Brilliant to hear Nick back doing such a brilliant job with his guests. Real fun. An informative podcast for you to listen to. Now, in education news, I've got a few dates for your diary. So 1st of September, we're into autumn, and we're really pleased that on the 20th of September, Worcestershire Careers and Enterprise Company are offering a coffee and chat. Now, what's that for, I hear you say? So, as you will know, I'm an enterprise advisor as part of the Careers and Enterprise Company in Worcestershire. And everybody says, well, what's involved? And that sounds interesting. I'd like to get involved in that. So this coffee and chat is the opportunity to learn more about what it is to be an enterprise advisor and how you can work together and it be a good fit for you. So if you are interested, and I know many of you have asked me about being an enterprise advisor before, so if you are, go and register for the 20th of September for their coffee and chat. Now, if you want to reach out to me, I can send you a link and introduce you to a couple of the fantastic team there, be it Linda Garner or Helen Airdrie. They're two fantastic coordinators that can get you booked on for that coffee and chat. So also in October, it's just around the corner, we're delighted to hear that Malvern Festival of Innovation is returning again this year and face-to-face. So from the 38th of October, there's a number of events going on across the week with Adrian Burden over in Malvern. So if you look on their website at festival-innovation.com, you can find out they've got a whole week of different activities going on, all in terms of innovation, which is always a phenomenal event. We normally go along and deliver some workshops to school children, but it's a fantastic event for Malvern and certainly puts the Festival of Innovation on the map as a must-do event. And also just to recognise, we've got World Teacher Day coming up very soon. So that is going to be on the 5th of October. Now, we love to celebrate the phenomenal work that teachers do. So think about how you're going to celebrate your World Teacher Day. They make huge differences to our young people's lives. And we want to take this opportunity to say congratulations and well done for all your awesome hard work. It's phenomenal, the job that you do. So well done you. And that's it. That's our September newsletter. We hope you've enjoyed listening to it. If you'd like to get in touch, find out about our interpersonal skills training, what we can do to help your organisation and culture, then we'd love to hear from you. Or if you'd just like to come and give me some suggestions for my 50th birthday year challenge, like I say, I'm open-minded. I will give it a try. But it's been lovely having you listening in with us for our September newsletter. Thanks very much. You can find us on all our usual socials. It's been a joy, and we'll see you next month. Thanks a lot.